Next trade that I think should be sellers at the market at the trade deadline, the Chicago Bulls. We mentioned this before. My co-host Maurice Palma, he mentioned it too. He mentioned at the beginning of the season, the Bulls are gonna be one of the teams that should be selling. You're also 11th in the East. They're 16 and 21, just like the Toronto Raptors. DeMar DeRozan has been their best player. It's plain and simple. We assumed that it would be Zach LaVine, but look, DeMar has just been killing it. And you did give up. Okay? Let's go in order of Let's go in the first couple orders. So look, you traded for Nikola Vucevic, then you trade for DeMar DeRozan. You signed Lonzo Ball. You gave up a lot of assets to get these players. You gave up 2 first-round picks for Vucevic. You gave up 2 first-round picks for Vucevic, 2 for DeMar, and you gave up. Did they give up any picks for Lonzo? It's kind of blanking on me right now. But look, you gave up some assets. You can sell high on DeMar DeRozan right now and get some of the draft capital back. Also, the same thing. You could probably get something for Nikola Vucevic as well. Lonzo Ball, sit him out. Look, he's not going to play. There's not really any value to him. He's on a big contract. I would sit him out. See what you can get for DeMar and Nikola Vucevic. You probably can get a lot of assets back for them. Look, your pick is top 4 protected this year. I would be aiming to keep that pick if I were the Chicago Bulls. You have guys like Pat Will and Ayo Dosunmu. Those are 2 guys like, hey, look, DeMar, LaVine, we'll shut down LaVine. DeMar's out of the picture. Vucevic out of the picture. Hey, let these guys ball out. These guys can ball out. You have players on the bench too. Alex Caruso. I love Alex Caruso. I think he's a really underrated role player. Hey, you talk to the Warriors. Hey, look, you guys are trying to go all in. Hey, Caruso for Wiseman. Let's see if we can get that done. There would probably have to be some picks around that, but look, Wiseman's value is pretty low as it is. If you were to make that kind of move, you'd have Pat Will, Ayo, and James Wiseman just balling out the rest of the season. 4 months of the season, like, hey, do what you got to do. Make mistakes. Let's see what you got. Okay, cool. Do that. This opens the door for them, like I said, getting a potential saving their pick, having a top 4 pick. And like I said, this draft class is loaded. You have more pieces to build around. This also makes a guy like Zach LaVine extendable. It might sound crazy, but look, if I were the Chicago Bulls, you just sign him to a crazy 5-year deal that doesn't look like it's heading in the right direction. Knee problems, great young player, but hasn't shown signs of taking you to that next level. If you can look, the New York Knicks had a chance to get a top shooting guard in the league last summer. I don't think they passed up on it twice. They have the draft capital for it. They can give you a lot of picks. Granted, they might not give you their own picks, but they have a lot of first-round picks that they can give you. Some with some light protections, heavy protections. Maybe you can sneak in one of their own or 2 of their own. But look, hit up New York. Hey, they got contracts that are expiring, like Fournier. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Derrick Rose. Wouldn't it be nice to have Derrick Rose back in Chicago? So if I were the Bulls, man, look what you can do. You didn't strike. I don't think they struck out. Like, they hit their ceiling with the squad they had. Cool. You hit your ceiling. It was fun for the fan base. Okay, what's next? I think if I was a Bulls fan, I'd like to see them blow it up too. Because it's one thing to be good and not winning games than it is to be like, hey, we're just letting guys play while we're getting ready for next season. Okay, cool. You have something to look forward to as a fan. So if I were the Bulls, start off with DeMar. See how much you can get back for him. Vucevic, you'd be lucky if you can get something out of him too. I think you can, especially because he's on an expiring deal. I would really love to see Ayo and Pat Will just take over. If you can get a guy like Wiseman for Alex Caruso and Javonte Green, something like that. It'd be nice to see like a little development for the rest of the season. Let these guys play out and save your pick. Wouldn't it be nice to save your pick? As a guy who watched the Lakers a couple years ago when they were tanking and they were top 4 protected every year, it just kind of made it was bad, but it was a good bad feeling where it's like the anxiety would kick up every time it was the draft lottery and like the Lakers got the 4th pick instead of losing their pick at 5, 6, and 7. So if I were the Bulls, that's the game plan. That's what you should be heading for and looking towards.